Nachos. It's plus 80, also known as Mr. Plus 80 now. I guess I should probably use that from now on. But today I have a very special guest on my channel. This is a dual comm, a long time coming. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is Magic People. My YouTube account is MagicPeopleXBL because someone stole that name, but otherwise, Magic People. What's good?
He's so good that he's people and not just one person.
I've never looked at it that way. That's actually kind of interesting. But let me explain to you guys what this is, why I'm here. Me and Plus 80, we were one of each other's first subscribers, and when Plus 80 hit, Pseudosupport on YouTube, when he hit his 50 subs, he sent me a message and said, "Hey, do you want to do a dual comm?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." That was like a month ago or something like that, or a month ago or so, and finally we got around to it. Here we are, dual comm.
Yeah, and this is actually the very first game that we played together. I mean, we've played a couple times since then, but this was the first time, and he made me look pretty bad. I mean, I'm not lying.
Hey, it's only because I had a solid team behind me supporting me. I went 60-5 in this game, and this was on Team Tactical, which means on average I killed the opposing team 15 times each, and they didn't quit for some reason, but it made for a wicked gameplay, so I'm glad they didn't. Oh, and one more thing before we talk about anything else, I just want to mention here. You see me here, and I want to avoid some hate comments. I'm using the grenade launcher, but, and here's the big thing, but
he failed miserably with it.
Exactly. Amongst my 5 deaths, I think 3 or 4 of them was as a direct result of me using that grenade launcher. So lesson be learned to you guys. Grenade launchers suck. Don't do it. Don't hate on it. Whatever.
Especially against guys with flak jacket, like right there.
Yeah, not super effective. But anyways, let's get into the topic. And this is something that I've been thinking about a little bit lately, given you know, where I'm at with YouTube, and I think it's very relevant and very applicable to a lot of people watching this video. And the 2 things I want to talk about is one, like the power of networking, and that's really applicable on YouTube, whether it's for Call of Duty or not. And the second thing is kind of finding your niche. You know, I mean, it's one thing to be a Call of Duty commentator or a video game commentator in general, but beyond that, you know, there's a really big thing where you have to find out what differentiates your channel, and I think we should talk a bit about that.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, I am a firm believer that you can't do anything on YouTube without the help of other people, because really, in order to really get a big, I guess, fan base, that's not really what I want to say. Just a big network, I'd say. That's a better word. You really have to put yourself out there and get to know a lot of different people. And as far as developing style, that's the way that you attract people to your channel. Like, both of us, even from like day one when we freaking found each other, we were growing like crazy, but we had to learn that you have to be different than everybody else in order just to attract people to communicate with you on a daily basis. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Just to expand a bit on the whole point of networking, I think, and I'll be honest, I don't even know how I found Pseudosupport at the beginning. Like, I started my Black Ops channel, and I had maybe like 3 or 4 subscribers, a couple of which came over from another YouTube channel of mine, which again only had like 40-something subscribers. But the point is, I had a couple contacts, got started like that, and I was in, like, you know, just barely crossed the double digit for subscriber mark, and talked to Pseudosupport, and I think through him I found out about the Real Commentator March Madness tournament, which was hosted by Mr. NappyBoy92. And just to really emphasize the power of networking, I'm going to quickly go over like what has happened to me since then. So I went to Mr. NappyBoy's channel, found out a little bit about the tournament, who was involved, and then I went and friend requested every single participant. There was 64 people. So in like the matter of like an hour, I had all these contacts, right? And everything that they were doing was showing up in my newsfeed. When you hit the YouTube icon, I could see which videos they were liking, which videos they were commenting on, etc., etc. And after a week or so, a bit of time went by. From there, someone favorited a video from another channel, it was a community type channel. They were looking for commentators, they were having a competition. Long story short, I submitted, they liked what I had, got in there, and then through that channel, I've met a lot of people as well, and that's been a huge source of the limited success that I've had so far. So it just goes to show, you know, like, it's all about who you're talking to, how much you can network, and, you know, if you're not, I think in YouTube, if you're not expanding, you're dying.
Definitely. I mean, in my experience, I was very lucky, because when I started, I was so green behind the ears, man. I had no idea how it worked, no idea what I should or should not be doing. But the very first video I posted, Nate Gould, who is notorious for doing PR, just searching the internet for every single new YouTube video known to man, and trying to make friends with the people who post them. He found me right away. And,
Really?
yeah, and through him, like, he's like my best friend on YouTube. Like, and through him, I've met like Bill Keys, I've met Nappy Boy, I've met a bunch of people that have really guided me in how to get started. And it's really important, guys, to ask for help, because you really need the guidance of people who have already been there in order to show you the ropes. I mean, that goes for everything from YouTube to like jobs to anything. I mean, you really need to depend on other people, especially in this line of work.
Absolutely. So we're just going to transition to another gameplay here as we keep on talking. I also want to get back to the point of finding your niche, and this is really just a conversation. It's not me saying I have a solution, because, you know, as Pseudosupport just said, like, you know, it's learning experience, and he mentioned the things he's gone through so far, and I have to admit, like, in the time I've been doing this, I've learned a lot. Not to say I know everything. I'm still making a lot of mistakes, but I'm learning from them. But aside from all that, I'm gonna get right back to the point. I'm going a little off track there.
That happens a lot when you talk with people.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad enough when you're talking to yourself, but dual commentaries, you just go all over the place. Anyways, finding your niche as a commentator, and this is something that has been really prominent on my mind lately. I feel like there's certain steps to being a commentator, and I feel like me and Pseudosupport are more or less at the same stage right now. There's that first bit where you're really learning the ropes. You have your first few dozen subscribers, and then you get to where we're at now. We're closing in on 200, so, like, you know, got some decent momentum. But the thing is, there's nothing that makes us significantly different from the thousands of other people out there doing the exact same thing, right? So, I mean,